On September 6, 1983, Metro City authorities received reports regarding the theft of an experimental missile from a secure government research facility. The weapon disappeared only hours after testing had concluded. Initial evidence suggested the missile had not been transported far. Investigators soon discovered the weapon had been moved outside the city limits to a rural farm property. What appeared to be an ordinary agricultural location had secretly been converted into a missile launch site. Authorities believe the operation had been organised by a known international criminal, the leader of the mad organisation, Dr. Claw. This is the case of Down on the Farm. He is not just a recurring offender. Investigators describe Dr. Claw as the central figure behind a series of coordinated operations, often working through intermediaries to carry out complex and deceptive schemes. His long-term objective remains unclear, though many of his actions suggest an intent to disrupt, destabilize, and assert control on a global scale. Witness reports indicate the property appeared to be a normal working farm. However, investigators later discovered several individuals posing as farm workers were actually members of the MAD organisation. Records suggest the group had installed a concealed missile launch system inside the farm's grain silo. The objective was clear: launch the stolen missile and strike Metro City before authorities could locate the launch site. Field reports indicate MAD agents immediately attempted to delay the lead investigator. Multiple distractions were deployed across the property in an effort to prevent the silo from being discovered. Investigators believe these actions were intended to buy enough time to complete the missile launch sequence. With the delay attempt foiled, recorded communications indicate Dr. Claw sharply reprimanding his agents for the failure.
Fools! Where is he now?
If he followed our directions, he should be miles away.
Get out there and make sure.
With the missile site at risk of discovery, investigators believe Dr. Claw accelerated the timeline in an effort to complete the launch before intervention. Analysis of interior footage indicates the weapon had already been positioned for launch. Field reports confirm the lead investigator eventually entered the structure, unknowingly positioning himself directly beside the missile. Investigators believe Dr. Claw intended for the launch sequence to eliminate the investigator while simultaneously destroying Metro City. However, the operation did not proceed as planned. Field reports indicate two secondary individuals gained access to the launch system moments before activation. Investigators determined the launch sequence was interrupted prior to completion. The missile was never fired. Analysis of recorded footage indicates the moment Dr. Claw initiated the launch sequence. However, the rocket systems were disrupted prior to activation. By the time Metro City authorities secured the farm property, the site had already been abandoned. With the operation compromised, investigators determined Dr. Claw evacuated via escape pod and withdrew from the site. Investigators later compiled the details of the incident suspect. Dr. Claw, incident date, September 6, 1983. Crime: theft of experimental missile from Metro City research facility, construction of concealed missile launch system inside rural farm property, deployment of MAD agents disguised as farm workers, attempted missile strike targeting Metro City, evading authorities following disruption of launch operation. Status: case unresolved. If you're interested in more cases like this, subscribe and turn on notifications. This is Saturday Morning Crime.